It's FNX joining us in the studio. Kenny Florian, good morning.
Morning, guys.
All the way in from Somerville via Afghanistan. When did you get back from Afghanistan?
Yesterday. No, I got back, let's see, last Friday or so, I think. I'm all screwed up on time. But,
if you're unfamiliar, KennyFlorian.com, Florian. Kenny is an Ultimate Fighting Championship fighter, UFC.
UFC. Just say UFC.
I like saying Ultimate Fighting Championship. It sounds tough. It sounds
very
cool.
formal.
It sounds cool.
UFC.
People know what UFC is, though. I mean, it's like the fastest growing sport out there. It's craziness.
Yeah, it's blown up tremendously in the last few years. You know, everyone knows about it at the very least, and you know, we're definitely getting some mainstream press. So
what do you attribute that to?
You know, I think definitely, I know maybe I'm a little biased, but, you know, I was on the first season of the Ultimate Fighter reality show, and I definitely think that the reality show really opened us up to a whole new legion of fans. You know, you get guys, people in general got a chance to associate with the characters and get a chance to follow, you know, really see what it's like to be a fighter, and being on cable, being on Spike TV was huge for us.
Do you think that you won a lot of fans over, completely over, or at least made new fans from the boxing world? Is boxing so boring?
You know, I think you're right. You know, we definitely are two different sports, but you know, nowadays the new generation, we want a lot of excitement. We want it now, and UFC definitely provides that for everybody. That mixed martial arts type of fight is very fast paced, a lot of knockouts, a lot of cool techniques that you can check out. So I mean, definitely, I think we've stolen a lot of fans, a lot of the new fans.
One of the debates we had when we got here, and Ed's a big UFC fan, was, and you know, take this for what it's worth, but UFC is kind of this, you know, kind of verging on WWE in terms of fans, and it's, you know, kind of a lowest common denominator sort of event, and, you know, the people that go to these things are a little nuts, but, you know, Lisa, one of our salespeople, came running down here. She's so excited that Kenny's here, and she's like, you know, upstanding citizen, has a, you know, nice job, drives a nice car. So who are the people that are coming to UFC events? What's the crowd like?
You know, it's funny. We get everybody. I mean, I get people coming up to me in the airport and supermarkets, like from little kids to old ladies. Like, you know, most of it obviously going to be guys, or, you know, around the 18 to 34 or whatever. But I tell you what, I've seen everybody at a UFC event. It's nuts.
What's the appeal? Like, why do you think it appeals to kids and little old ladies?
Blood.
Everybody loves blood and guts.
I think it goes back to the whole gladiator thing. You know, back in Rome, you know, the most respected person at that time was the gladiator, and people, I think, respect fighters. And at that time, actually, they got rid of that because the gladiator became more powerful than the Caesar himself. And I think everyone respects a fighter. Everyone respects someone who goes out there, lays it on line. You learn a lot about someone, I think, that way.
And think about it. With the popularity when you're a kid, Kung Fu movies, or you're a G.I. Joe fan, who did you want to be? You wanted to be Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow. You wanted to be the guy who kicked ass. And these are guys in the octagon who can do all that. They're human, I don't want to say killing machines, but I mean, they can do amazing things between the Muay Thai, the Jiu-Jitsu, there's boxing in it. It combines all these things. And you guys, you're going to give me hell for this, but I've trained in boxing and Muay Thai, and I did a match boxing, and the stamina it takes just to do what I did, which was 3 3-minute rounds, and in a championship, you guys are doing 5-minute rounds. It's ridiculous what these guys go through to get themselves in shape, just what they're capable of, and I think that's part of the appeal for me, was having gone through the experience.
That's coming from an undefeated fighter right there.
I am 1-0.
Congratulations, special ed, everybody. We're speaking to Kenny Florian. He's in the UFC. He's from Somerville, Massachusetts. Drove in this morning. We appreciate that. Tell us about your trip to Afghanistan. The first thing, what's more terrifying, walking into a ring with a guy that wants to do nothing but kick your ass, or flying into a war zone?
You know, it's that experience alone, just like you said, flying into the war zone, that changed my whole perspective on stuff. I mean, me walking the octagon is nothing. It's given me a certain edge. It's given me definitely kind of I don't know, I just feel more in tune with my body. I feel like this is much easier than going into a war zone. When we flew from Qatar to Afghanistan, when we landed at night, we had spotters on the side of the C-130 with, you know, night vision goggles on, seeing if anyone was going to shoot us down.
It's incredible.
And that's, you know, 24/7. These guys have to deal with that every single day. And that put things into perspective for me. I said, these guys are literally fighting for their lives every day. They could be just walking around and a bomb could come on the base and just, kill them.
At least when you walk into the octagon, you know what you got coming.
Exactly, exactly. So it definitely, I feel that, those guys really inspired me. The jobs that they're doing over there is amazing. And, whether you agree with the war or not, these guys are definitely doing a tremendous job over there. They really inspired me. I'm excited to go in and train. I've been training every day since I've been back, and I want to thank those guys over there.
Kenny Florian, online, kennyflorian.com. I guess your next bout we actually can't talk about yet because they're still sorting out some details, so we won't talk about that.
Yeah, there's something that could be coming up soon on a Spike TV event, a main event. And you can find out at my website, hopefully soon.
How does your mom feel about what you do for a living?
You know what? It's funny. They're just starting to come around almost, and kind of, I've fought on pay-per-view a couple of times. I've had Spike TV main events and all this stuff, and they're still kind of, thinking I have my karate gi on and I'm going to karate class.
9 years old.
Yeah. Your karate gi is clean, Kenny.
Thanks, Mom.
But yeah.